Hello YouTube, Damo_23 here, and welcome back to episode 64 of the non-league to legend French edition save here at Paris 13 Atletico, where we look to do it better than PSG. Today, after playing Marseille in a crazy game last episode, we do have the two legs against Lyon in the Europa League semi-final, where we look to make back-to-back European finals in our first 2 years in Europe, which is something that is actually quite the feat. Since we last met, not much has changed. We are going to go straight into it. And as mentioned last episode, and just in case you haven't watched it, because of our poor form away from home in Europe, we're going to go 5 at the back to try and nullify Lyon. We did move into the 5 at the back with a 2-0 lead against Marseille, and next minute, 2 minutes later, it was 2-2. But we are going to commit to the decision of we will go 5 at the back and see what happens. On top of that as well, we will look to play 4-2-3-1. But, if you look back at our recent performances and you haven't been watching for whatever reason, dominated Copenhagen 4-2-3-1, lost 3-1. Spanked them 4-1 at home to go through. Lost 4-1 to Panathinaikos after they had 4 shots on target. With that being said, 4-2-3-1, dominated, nothing. 4-2-3-1 against Panathinaikos at home. 3-0, should have been 6, could have been 7, could have been 8. Missed a million chances, hit the woodwork 3 or 4 times. One in the shootout, thankfully. And then, we've obviously been playing 4-2-3-1 exclusively this year because we switched into the 5 at the back a lot and we had many good results. And then we had to switch back into the 4-2-3-1 when we had a very similar poor run of form, but we were able to turn it around towards the end of that as well. We haven't really made a turn yet this season in form. Maybe this is the start. But, throwing away a 2-0 lead in a game where if you win, you're probably finishing top 4 is great. Now it's in a position where, you are 6 points clear with 4 games to go. Just be solid. But look, let's continue on and see what happens here. We've got Arsenal and Feyenoord and Lyon and Paris 13 Atletico. If we make the final and Arsenal make the final, it's the same as last year where we got Spurs in our 6 to 8 game playoff phase thing where we lost, and then we played in the final and we got pumped. If the same thing happens, we could actually make the final after playing Arsenal and then we get pumped. With 3 teams that played each other in this league phase and playing each other. Arsenal, Feyenoord, and ourselves. We actually lost to Feyenoord and we lost to Arsenal, and that was only 2 losses during the phase. So we came through the hardest section of game possible, and 3 of these teams have made the semi-final. So even to lose here would be no disgrace. In terms of the team we have lined up in the 5 at the back, as mentioned, it is a more direct system. We have played it quite a fair bit last season. It worked well. I have gone with the more experienced Dieng over Wenger forward. I'm actually going to play Wenger forward at centre-back because he's a very, very, very good centre-back, something I have not thought about in the 5 at the back, and allows me to rest Chavas. Hector Fort's come in as a bit more experienced. We have signed a right back. If you didn't see last episode, we did go after a 17-year-old Danish fella. He's happy to be a backup right back, but it might mean we can sell Hector Fort on because he's been decent, but maybe we will cash in on him while we can. And then Melbalai, Colley, and Dosu. Dosu not been in the greatest form, but has been doing whatever. Colley scored last episode, so hopefully we'll be okay. Apparently, Gabbadelli is upset that he's not playing. He's a backup keeper, so there's not much else that you can really do there. In terms of the game, though, we are going to go straight into it. They're lining up 4-4-2. We've played against Lyon a lot. They have Nketiah, they have Ayor, they have Outnori, they have Vandenberg, Liora's at right back. They're a very, very good side, and probably a worthy side of making the final. We are definitely have changed tune here, going 5 at the back. It's the Europa League semi-final. If you told me we were going to make the semi-final this year, I would have snapped your hand off, so cannot be too upset if things go pear-shaped here, but we never should have lost to Copenhagen away. We did. We never should have lost to Panathinaikos and conceded 4 to Panathinaikos. We did. And Colley has missed another chance, but that one there was a bit more difficult. Not preferred. First time, numbers around him, did well to get it on target. What I will say about the 5 at the back, it is a good enough system to go on the break, and having the extra centre-back versus the 2 up top should help us indeed. It does mean Bakayoko does not start, which is a bit annoying. Anyway, Colley now on a ball, finds Dosu, and he's hit the bar. And, that's reminiscent of the last game in Europe where we kept hitting the bloody woodwork. So, looks like we still cannot put balls in the back of the net. Long yellow, we'll whip it from the left-back roll, and he's offside, clearly, and we try to pass it back to him. Anyhow, look, so far, 20 minutes played, it is 0-0. We are looking decent out there, which is great. Hopefully we can continue and find another highlight If you tell me right now this finishes 0-0, I would take it, but there's going to be a chance for them to score for sure because we do not keep clean sheets. Anyhow, the five at the back we do play out, and Tossin finds Zeno, who finds Hector Fort, who needs to find the feet of Billing or Melbalai. Melbalai does pick it up and drives, and this is where we need some options inside of him. He looks for Collie, ain't going to find him like that, and they're going to hit us on the re-break. Force him direct and Long Yellow steps up and wins it well. Dossu had Melbalai inside, ignored him, and now he goes and he whips one back stick looking for Collie, who clears it. And Hector Fort now picks one up on the right-hand side. His ball in finds Collie. And this is the thing, what I will say about Collie. Once he finds a goal, he then continues to keep scoring. Like he did at the start of the year. 4 and 3, he was banging them in. He didn't miss an opportunity. He obviously went 13 games without a goal, 11 hours without a goal. And then now in his last 3 games, he scored 3 goals. So, he scored the equaliser against Panathinaikos. He did score one of the 2 goals that we scored against Marseille. Like 99% sure of that. And then he's obviously scored one here. So, with that all being said, we're 1-0 up. The 5 at the back's done its job. And, maybe it was just a matter of time that switching into the 5 at the back was going to produce results. But it is what it is. Anyway, Hector Fort now finds Dieng. Good ball out there, the Long Yellow. Good touch inside. Finds Dossu. Looks for Collie over the top. That ball had to be fired into Melbalai. Melbalai was sitting there with so much time and space and ignored him. We'll say that Dossu's not been in his greatest form, but he does chip in with an assist even when he's out of form, so hopefully be alright. Anyway, on the break, we find Collie. Finds Melbalai, who looks for Collie and doesn't find him. Markeo, out Nori, Ayor, Ezabi, Markeo, Kakwet. And look, they're moving it around nicely. Out Nori. Ball in's pretty good. Need a save, Shinola. No save there, and Kedia scores. Just like that. And you would say against the run of play here, apparently there's an offside. Nothing looked offside there to me. We don't even get lines of where the VAR was. But okay, it's 1-0. I was going to say it was against the run of play. It would have been their first real chance. But, we're 45 minutes away from taking a lead to Paris. So we're in a pretty good spot if that is the case. Ayor, Kakwet, Markeo, out Nori. As Hector Fort tried to break his leg. Long Yellow wins the ball. Melbalai gets on it and does well. Finds Tossin. Dieng nabbed off it. They're pressing us like no tomorrow. Balogun, Nketiah, tackle. It's a tackle, and apparently the tackle falls straight back to him. Sure. 1-1. We have issues second half conceding bold goals. It makes no sense because we have pretty good fitness. Good press there. Now, that's fair enough. But look at this. Comes across, wins the ball, tackles, and then apparently falls straight to him. The ball doesn't even move. 50 minutes played, 1-1 right after half-time. Sums up our season at the minute. We just cough and we splutter, but we somehow get there. Good ball to Melbalai. Dossu, Collie. Dossu wanted it. Collie apparently took a touch that was really horrid and bounced off him and away from him, which makes no sense. Melbalai, good touch. Dossu wants. Dossu gets. Dossu chips. Liora off the goal line. Liora off the goal line at full sprint. Now, Zeno actually has a good free kick. People might think, why is Zeno taking this? He can actually hit a free kick. Zeno, edge of the area, hits the post. We have dominated the game. We deserve more than a second goal. Instead, here we are at 1-1, and it sums up how it's been going in Europe away from home. We cannot do anything. We've dominated Lyon, dominated Balas, chips one out the other side. Balogun. Long Yellow might get on that, doesn't. Liora. Bombs on, Long Yellow will win that. Wenja forward. Pumps one into Melbalai. Great ball, this is why I like this system. And then, I don't understand. He takes a touch that faces backwards where he could go forwards, and then he pumps it into Dossu, who stops his run. Zeno wins the header. We're dominating the middle of the park, which is the most important thing. Dieng picks. Dossu finds. Needs options. Dossu's had a stinker, is about to come off. Still going. Dieng. Collie blocked. We've been the better side, but it is 1-1. We're going to make a change. Dossu is going to come off. I'm going to get Bakayoko, even though he's not natural up front, to play up front because he's a bit pacey and he's a big boy for sure. Hector Fort is having a great game, but on a booking, you don't want to see him get sent off here as well. And we're going to make 2 changes. Second half, you will say Lyon's actually come back into it. We probably do deserve to lead, though, with the chances we've had. Vinny now, Froze, Dieng, Zeno, Tossin, back to Shinola, who's got Wenja forward with him. Wen for forward. Long yellow. Melbourne needs runners. Vinicius from right wing back. He is good, this kid. He's a different level of gravy. From right wing back, he bombs on and he fires home. Cross the keeper. The Brazilian maestro. And it is 2-1. Melbourne sideways verticals, tiki-taka. And that's a great side foot finish. The keeper had no chance, and we take a lead late doors here. A few bookings out there, which I do not like. Apparently Zeno and Renderfoot have both had not a best of game. Chavez and Diallo will come in, and we're just going to let them just all come in and just be central defenders on defend, and they're probably going to go the other way around. Now, that is a very young back four, but with the lack of fitness in that back four and both of them on bookings, I'd rather stay to 10 men here. Tossin, Chavez, long yellow, good touch. And then ran into no man's land and left the ball there. Dieng wins and then loses again. Oh my word, Dieng. Why? Nketiah's going to score. Schindler, great save. I don't have an option for Dieng, do I? Yeah, he's coming off. Alonso's coming in. Seen enough of Dieng. Dieng's actually lost the ball in the press a lot. It's probably just, he's getting a touch older, Dieng. He's lost that half a yard of speed and it's really showing. Even though he's got 15 pace. Just makes no sense, but yeah. Apparently that's a corner. It's definitely hit their striker, but okay game. Get through that. Going to... There's a highlight here, so with me now making that change and that change and that change, you watch us cop it. Set piece. Back stick. Headed away only as far as Ayor. Chips one out there to Nketiah. Cuts it. Goal. Made the change to go time wasting, and of course they score. 2-2. 2-2. We're not allowed to win away from home in Europe, apparently. There we go. Oh, yeah, let's go concede 2 goals in 2 minutes. Let's do it. Let's do it, Football Manager. Let's do it, Football Manager. Billing wins. Bakayoko does well. Collie wants it. Ignored. Vinicius now needs help. No one made that run into that channel. He had nothing else on. Thumped away. Bakayoko ain't going to get on that. Ball over the top. Cuts it to Ayor. Collie wins. Falls back to him. Hits it. That went in, I would have been livid that he wins it back and then it's a tackle that falls in perfectly. Apparently we're not playing out. Okay, fair enough. It's a long ball over Bakayoko, not known to winning a header. Ayor brings it down. They're dominating us now. This game has got a 3-2 written all over it. Billing takes a touch. Thumps one looking for Collie. Why are we going so direct in the first ball? That's a ball and a half to Nketiah. Game over. There you go. We led 1-0 and 2-1 and we lose 3-2 because guess what? Football fucking Manager does not let you win a game away from home in Europe, apparently. Everything goes wrong. XG of over 3 and we're the team that loses. Full time we lose 3-2. The only thing I will say is that at least we kept it competitive. We didn't get pumped. We got pumped the last 2. But yeah, we are not winning games of football and it is really, really, really annoying. Maybe we'll root to take off Zeno and Wenja forward from centre-back, but they were on a 6.3 and a 6.5 and both had bookings and both dead. So, everything points that you should be bringing on fresh centre-backs there to help deal with any ball in behind or over the top. But no, Football Manager pins you for that. Makes no sense this game. Tactically you make good decisions and tactically you get things right and the game goes, nah, sorry, no. You meant to actually leave guys out there who are on one leg and on a booking. Because, that doesn't point to them actually making a tire challenge and going down to 10 or 9 men. They're going to play like Maldini, where the fresh centre-backs you bring on are going to just concede. Anyhow, see you guys in a second for the second leg. We go from leading twice to that, and we were the better team yet again away from home in Europe. See you guys in a second. Welcome back, YouTube. Second leg. We did draw 1-1 to FCSM, but everybody drew. So it was it was one of those. Yet again, just the poor run of form, dominated the ball, chances, no goals, well, one goal, but yeah, should have scored a couple more. In terms of the team, I will go into what's perceived as our best 11 and then make the changes as needed. And Diallo will make the bench. Long Yellow will come in here. I think I'm going to go no Dieng and go Owenja forward. Nah, I'll leave Dieng. Apart from that, Bakayoko's got food poisoning. He'll be okay. Colley's got a little knock. He'll be okay. Outside of that, I think the rest of the team picks itself. Hector Fort's in better form, but Vinicius scored the goal, so we're going to give Vinicius the game. We're 1-0 down. Yet again, we do not lead going into playing at home in Europe, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we find something here. We owe Lyon after what happened last time, and we're going to get straight into it here. There's your lineup. As standard as it gets, win on the night, and at a minimum, we go to extra time. So I think that's got to be the plan. We've got to go out here front foot and see what happens. They're lining up as they were in the 4-4-2. We will go 4-2-3-1 because we do need to win. There was a temptation to go 5 at the back because we did play well against them in it, and but we have played 4-2-3-1 well enough in Europe to warrant doing this. In terms of the league, there's 3 games to go. Next episode's going to be the OJ Nice game, but have a look at this. 20 minutes in, 7 shots, 3 on target, 75% of the ball, no highlight. Like, everything points to us having a highlight, but no highlight. Free kick, probably too far out for Dosu to score from, but we'll have a look. And in the end, it forced a great save, but yet again, keepers should never be beat from there, unless it's absolute worldy. Comfortable save from the keeper. One that is a very sharp save, but a comfortable save nonetheless, as it's headed, and only as far as Bakayoko playing with that food poisoning that he does have. And that's a cynical foul, and well, if he didn't blow for a foul there, it could have been a penalty as well. But unfortunately for us, only the free kick, and knowing that this come from the highlight of the original free kick, this is going to lead to not much, which it doesn't, and that's probably going to be your highlight. 25 minutes played. It is a game that we've dominated, but no goal. Hopefully we find something here as Billing gets a throw in. We do not have long throws loaded up in the 4-2-3-1, which does not bother me too much. Melbourne inside hits wide. 26 minutes played, another opportunity missed. 10 shots, 5 on target, absolute domination here. We were the better side against them as well in the last game. Bakayoko looks like he's a bit legless and might not make it through the half. So, yeah, this is not particularly great, but hopefully we can find a goal right now and put us back to level pegging as Vinicius finds Bakayoko, finds Billing, finds Dieng. Ball over the top looking for Colley was not the ball, but Dosu will win. Melbourne, good touch. Colley, Dieng looks for Melbourne, good touch, and volleys over. He scored 2 goals in the quarterfinal. He's missed a million chances. We've had 14 shots, 5 on target. It's 0-0. We're being absolutely FM'd here in the semi-final. Absolutely FM'd here in the semi-final. Going to thrash AMs. We actually played really well, but yeah, Bakayoko is going to come off for Indoor. Indoor's going to go out there as an inside forward and use that pace to see how that goes. Vinicius on a booking, going to get Hector Ford out here at half-time as well and see what we can do. 48 minutes played. They're yet to have a shot. You watch their first opportunity be a goal, but Melbourne picks it up. Long Yellow now. He drives with it. Need something. Dieng, Dosu, Long Yellow. Runs into no man's land. Got to squeeze here and try and force them long, which we've done all day. Don't get a good enough squeeze in here, and they're out. You watch. 48th minute, we've dominated. Here we go. Here we go. 48 minutes, we had 15 shots in the first half, 70% of the ball. First highlight after half-time, down the other end, 1 goal. We now need 2 goals just to level it. 2 goals just to level it. We have absolutely dominated the game. 1 shot, 1 on target, 1 goal, 0.006 XG. There you go. Sums it up. Bakayoko ball, Hector Fort. Hits one straight at the keeper. For all the domination, for all the ball, for all the play. 4-2 down. Zeno. Melbourne doesn't win. Balogun looking for Nketiah. Wow, defensive mistake. And Schindler does enough. We've absolutely dominated. We're not going to make the Europa League final because of Football fucking Manager FMing you home and away. Go to try and squeeze. We don't get out. The Aurora. There we go. Hector Fort throws. Melbourne. Hector Fort. Need a goal. Need it now. Billing. Indoor. All of a sudden, second half, it's all them. Makes no sense. Indoor tries to do his best to turn into danger. We've just come from that way and they've just squeezed us there. But sure, let's go the same way, not go out the fucking left-hand side. Hector Fort turns around. Billing now. Battle back to Hector Fort. Ball into Melbourne. Heads it straight at the keeper. Point blank range. Straight at the keeper. Misses. He's off. He's cost us. He has cost us. He has cost us today. Melbourne has cost us. We've absolutely dominated 68% of the ball. He's missed 3 gilt-edged chances. The hero in the quarterfinal. And there we are. We've dominated, and here we go. Going to move us to attacking because we need 2 goals. Dosu, Billing's been pickpocketed. Michaeli wins the ball and then stops and gives it back to him. That's a ball over the top, finds Balogun. What's the point of playing good football and having good stats if nothing goes in? Long Yellow pumps one bone as far as cat crap. Apparently we can't win a second ball. Leora, cross keeper's on, hits the bar, that close to being out of it. We are out of it. There's no way we come back here. We need a goal now. We've come back so many times, but this is all but over. Dieng, Dosu, Tossin, Dosu, no one in particular. Collie might do something, does. Indoor looked offside. Wasn't. In the end, for all the domination that we've had, it had to take a defensive mistake. And, fix your game. We've had 22 shots, 70% of the ball, everything points statistically, and the XG points that we should have scored a fucking boatloads of goals today. And it's a mistake where the centre-back over the back has chased it and done that. Fix your game. Indoor partially looked offside too. Is there going to be another chance? We need one more goal here with 13 minutes left to go. Collie, Dieng, long yellow. Ball in, back stick, keepers. Made a mistake. Keeper came for it and stopped, and Indoors come off the bench and scored 2. Indoors come off the bench and scored 2. He's transfer listed, he wants to leave, and it's someone that is indoor. Mr. Senegalese. Of all the other Senegalese talent out there, it's the one that wants to leave us. Keeper should always get that. It's 2-2. It's 4-4. It's 2-1. We're going to stay on the front foot. We've dominated the game. Hector Fort, Zeno, Dieng, Zeno, Billing. Out the other side, surely. Looks for Indoor. He might get there. Flicks it to no one. Mistake. Michaeli, come on. Let's go. Let's go. 5-4 up, 3-1 up. We've come back yet again in the Europa League. We just don't die. We never die. It's another mistake. I'm going to take it because we've copped so many mistakes this year from the match engine. It's another match engine mistake, but it works for us. Indoors had a weldy. We really should go back to a normal 4-2-3-1 or a 5 at the back, but we've dominated so much that surely we just go for this. If they score right now, this would be livid. It's a mistake and it's a goal. This fucking game is fucking stupid. 10 minutes to go. We've dominated the whole entire game. We've had 25 shots, 12 on target, and an XG of 4. Oh, watch this. Here we go. Do it. Do it. I dare you. I dare you to do it, Football Manager. You do it, I am going to break something. I will break something. Zeno heads away. Billing. Imagine if Billing cleared it straight to him and he side-volleyed it home. 88th minute. Is there going to be one last chance for someone? This game's had enough time that there will be a chance somewhere. It's going to be extra time again, isn't it? Extra time again. Out of nowhere they score again, which makes no sense. Look, very happy how things are going. We have to switch back into a normal 4-2-3-1. I don't want to particularly take Collie off, and I don't want to take Michaeli off. So let's just do this, this, and this. And I'm going to go Shadow Striker, and he's just going to have to play the role. Wenja Ford's going to come on here for Dieng. I don't think Dieng can take a penalty. He's got a penalty taking. He's not bad. That's nothing major. Diallo, we know he can take a penalty. Tossin, I don't think can take a penalty. So we are going to get Diallo on. He scored a penalty last time as well. Start extra time. Here we go. We've been the better side, but Football Manager doesn't care about that. Ball pump long and Oscar now have a highlight. In the Rabiot. Pumps one back stick looking for Blas, who's there. Side volley, Zeno clears. Dosso needs to be big. Heads it to no one. Like, you're facing the way of where the striker is to head it to, and you say, let's head it there. You fucking are a spud. Mustafa, long yellow does well. Dosso doesn't even jump. Wenja forward now heads. No one wants to take control of this ball. Now it's Blas. We have given the ball back to him a million times. We do not deserve to be here in terms of extra time. This game should be dead. It should be buried. We should be home and we should be hosed. But Football Managers FM'd us. Again, ball in, full swim. Schindler's beat. We now need another goal in order to push it to penalties. This game makes no sense. This game makes no sense. 6-5 down. 26 shots, 13. Plays 9 shots, 5. And an XG of 1.2. And we've had an XG of 3.89. We need a goal. We're dominating. But there is no goal. Throw in deep in their half. We need a press. Out Nori time wasting, as you should. Long throw. Indoor. Picks it up. Wenja forward. Hector Fort. Needs to go down the line and whip a ball. He does. Back sick. Dosu save. Fools the collie. 6-6 on aggregate. 4-3 on the night. I do not understand how this game's going. I don't particularly have time for an end-to-end fucking classic. Do not have time for an end-to-end fucking classic, but here we go. Saved, collie, goal. We're 30 seconds over the added time period. We literally scored with what should have been the last kick of the thing, and they've got a corner. If they score, I'm just going to say it's over. Cleared away. There should be no time for this at all, but they've found time. Oscar's in here. This game makes no sense. Football Manager does not want me to win this fucking tie. Football Manager does not want me to win this fucking tie. 7-6 on aggregate, 4-4 on the night. They've had 7 shots on target for 4 goals and a 1.4 XG, where we've scored 4.85. This makes no utter fucking sense. Mistake now, it's Collie, Dosu, Billing, Indoor, Collie, Dink, 5-4-7-7. Nothing is... I don't know what to do. Move us to positive, maybe? Do that. Collie's the one scoring. Cancel that.
What's her name? The blonde chick? Tony's hearing her say, Papa, Dad. I said, how long have they been together? How long did Tony and Teresa...
110th minute, 7-0. And Dossu take a pen. And DN take a pen. Does DN pop up with a winner? Maybe. Fresh legs, late doors. Fresh legs, late doors. Can we find something? 32 shots, 17, an XG of 5.25. Can we find one? No. And for another game, we have to go through the penalty shootout lottery. Collie will start. There we go, that's your lineup. That's your lineup. We've won a few shootouts to be here. We're not shooting first this time, which is not good, but here we are. It's a shootout in a game we do not deserve to be in a shootout. We should have been through already. Blast steps up, top bin. 1-0 after 1. Collie needs to step up and score. 7-7 on aggregate, 5-4 on the night, and we've absolutely dominated. Collie steps up. Puts it wide. Balagon versus Schindler. Good pen. Well, it wasn't a great pen. Schindler should save it. Diallo must score. Get us to 2-1. Good penalty. Bottom bin. 2-1 after 2 each. Need Schindler to make a save here in the shootout. Oscar, Schindler, good penalty. Now it's Zeno. Got to get it back to 3-2. Has to score. Steps up. Blast one home. 3-2 after 3. We need a save from Schindler. One of the next two needs to be saved, buddy. Schindler, Bernabe. Fucking hell. Get your hands to it and keep it out, you fucking cunt. Duh.
Well, what time are you going to get off though?
Yeah, 2 seconds.
Good.
4-2 must score. McKaylee steps up. Didn't take a penalty last time. He's on the park. He's a natural penalty taker. Must score to make it 4-3. McKaylee down the middle. Match point, a Lyon. They do not deserve to make the final. We have dominated and we have dominated and we have dominated. Football managers giving them a goal after goal after goal. It's like a game of FIFA where they just scripted the bullshit. But it's Rabiot, who's a great midfielder, versus Schindler. One moment, one time. Rabiot versus Schindler. We're out in the semi-final. We lose in the semi-final and we're gone. And, well, you just look at Football Manager and go, oh, you're having a laugh. 38 shots, 18 on target, XG of over 5 and 62% possession. And somehow Lyon on the night have scored 4 goals. Somehow. Some fucking how. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. Indoor gets a 10. Their goal came out of nothing. We've scored in the 80th, we're flying, and they literally score straight away. It makes no sense. And then they score out of nothing. And then we score, and they score straight away again. Like, we score 105th minute. Oh, yeah, 105th minute, 30 seconds at the time, we score. Oh, it should be the last kick of the game. No, we're going to let them take a fucking kickoff and get a corner and score. No time. No time at all. Collier misses the penalty. We're out. Yet again, I don't know what to do because statistically, the 4-2-3-1 has done wonders. Statistically, the 4-2-3-1 has done wonders. And, well, there you go. We led 1-0 and 2-1 in the first leg, and apparently they scored out of nothing. Both times to equalise and score late to win. Scored 2 goals in 5 minutes. And then here we get absolutely FM'd. Anyhow, that's going to be the end of the European run. Next time we see each other will be for us to hopefully finish top 4. We're probably 1 win away. We are basically 1 win away. Marseille can get to 56 points, so about 2 games away. Look, next episode we're going to be playing until we get into a top 4. But yeah, that is utterly brutal. I'll see you guys next time. That is disgusting, Football Manager. They need to fix this fucking game, man. You don't play this game thousands of hours every single year to fucking watch this game deteriorate into being this bad. It is this bad. Catch you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.